This is AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY Productions, a media education company.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jay Stokes and Jay Random on the AVIOT podcast. Random is in a location where he's not using his microphone, so please excuse him if you hear an echo or any outside noise. Random, what's up?
Man, I am good. I'm good. Can't complain. Lovely. So today was one of those days that you didn't know if it was going to rain or not until you left the office, like for me. So I'm not sure if it rained where you were at, but it was one of those days that was hot, and you just kept on hearing thunderstorm, tornado. I'm like, yeah, there's no tornado. There's not going to be a tornado. Thunderstorm, yeah.
It was like cloudy outside, and then...
It was cloudy, yeah, and then the sun would come out, then it get cloudy again, then the sun would come out. Then it rained, but I didn't even know it rained until I actually left work today. I was like, yo, it rained? So everything's good, though, on my side, man. I can't complain. Happy to do this show one more time,
Yeah, and before we get into things, I wanted to just rewind back to what I said in our previous show about Janelle Monáe. I wanted to walk back some statements I had. Well, Janelle Monáe, she trying to say she's polyamorous, but she's gay. It's like she need to stop. She's gay because I haven't seen her mess with any dudes since her career came out. All she does, like you can see it in the interview, she's always flirting with women. I'm just like, accept yourself, girl. So first off, I said she was polyamorous. What I meant was pansexual. Polyamory means that you just sleep around with a lot of different people, whereas pansexual means that you're open to relationships with gay people, straight people, transgendered individuals. So it's pretty much you would sleep with any human.
Whoa.
Yeah, I would hope minors aren't involved, but I will say that some people do take it the extra mile. I won't get into that. That's opening up another can of worms. So I won't get into that today. What's up?
My thing is this. That's cool. I don't want to say it's nasty because I don't want to be insensitive, but I want to say that's kind of that's not even freaky. That's out there to be having sex with anything, like any, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you having sex with a gay person, you having sex with a straight person, you having sex with a transgender. It's like, whoa, what won't you have sex with?
Yeah, so pansexual, the definition for it is not limited to sexual choice with regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity, meaning that you'll pretty much sleep with anyone.
No, that's why that can't be trusted, man.
Yeah, it's different. Hey, it's a world we don't understand. But I will say that calling her gay, even though she identified as pansexual on my end, was wrong, because even though I might consider her gay based off of the behavior she's shown in public, whatever she identifies as, I just have to just accept it for what it is. But in the same breath, I will say that there is somewhat of a double standard there, because like you were talking about before, if Rachel Dolezal considers herself black, who are we to say she's not black? You know what I mean?
No, I agree. And I feel like sometimes, I think nowadays what people do is if they don't want to say they're this, they'll come up with something new.
Right.
Because,
right.
And I feel like if I, which I'm not, if I was a gay person, I would feel the type of way for anyone to say that they're anything but gay. Because back in the days, you only had one choice, either gay or not. Now you're either gay, you're bi, you're queer, you're pansexual. It's like, well, dang, how you know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, guys, let's just. It's too much now. I think a lot of people don't want to be called what they really are, so they just come up with a whole new term. But at the end of the day, you're gay.
Right. And I have to say that even Janelle Monáe, how she describes it is, she alluded to being bisexual beforehand, but after learning about what pansexuality was, and she determined that was her sexuality. So she didn't even like identify with that in the beginning. But after learning about it, she's like, "Oh, well, yeah, I'm pansexual." You know what I mean? So it was a little
Yeah, that's a
different.
slippery slope. That's a slippery slope.
Yeah, and like the article I'm reading in Time right now, I'm actually reading from this. Um, she's quoted as saying, "I want young girls, young boys, non-binary, gay, straight, queer people who are having a hard time dealing with their sexuality, dealing with feeling ostracized or bullied for just being their unique selves to know that I see you." So it's it's a very complex topic, I believe, when we're talking about these new terms with sexuality and sexual identity, because non-binary, that means not conforming to what people think of as the general definition of a boy or a girl. So it's like, I guess, and when it comes to girls, I thought we used to call that a tomboy. You know what I mean?
No, this is crazy, man. So you know what? Listen, like I said, I would love, like you said too, I would love for us to have a. We got so many letters now, so let's just go with. I would like to have someone from the LBGQ, the ABC group,
The
to actually
alphabet
be
people.
the alphabet people to be on the show, and by all means, just speak your truth. Speak your truth, and I would really like to know how gay people feel about all this. It's like it's too many categories.
Right. And they have to understand that if people don't agree with them, that doesn't make them a bigot and it doesn't make them an evil person. It's just they don't agree. Like, this is something that's new and being introduced to society that has not been around in society forever. So now that it's new and coming out, who are you to say that this person is wrong to feel how they feel about that group? Who are you to say that straight people are wrong to feel the way they feel about gay identity and all this and that, when it's like, I don't understand. Like, they can try and understand, but sometimes things are beyond our comprehension.
No, I agree.
So
But
on
before
that,
we offend anybody else,
okay.
No,
I was gonna say,
for days.
no, I was gonna say, but on this topic, it's funny. A South Carolina man who founded one of the nation's biggest conversion therapy ministries has come out as gay.
What?
Yeah, the news came out today. It's Hope for Wholeness founder McCrae Game. He came out the closet this summer, and he feels guilty for like opposing his views on all these gay individuals over a period of time. I'm like, wow.
Wait. So what was he trying to do? Pray the gay away?
Pretty much, yeah.
He was trying to pray the gay away, but he was gay.
Exactly.
Wow, hypocrite. Man.
But that's usually how it is, though. That's usually how it is.
That is true.
People who are very strongly against something usually want it.
Oh gosh, that sounds funny, Jared, but you're right. Jay Stokes, that sounds funny, but you are totally right. Yo, remember that senator that was so against homosexuality was caught in a bathroom doing the homosexual foot pat or something like that. They got busted. It's like, come on, man. You're right. The ones that be preaching the loudest are the ones that want to be down with the get down.
Yeah, I think Larry Craig, is that his name?
I think it is.
Larry Craig, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, man, be yourself, be truthful. Only problem I ever had with anything was I don't like the fact that, those that stay in the closet. That's not fair to the significant other. So that's the only thing I don't like. Those who just are not true to themselves. Because you're hurting other people in the long run.
Like Bruce Jenner?
Like Bruce Jenner, yes. But I remember he was saying that what's the name knew about it.
I mean, Chris?
Yeah. She knew about it. And she kept on telling, I guess, in so many ways to prolong it. And finally he was like, nah. So she knew about it. But don't forget, they had an image to hold, so she wasn't trying to let that go no time soon.
Yeah.
Now look at him. You don't hear about them no more.
Yeah, full on woman now. Full on, well, woman or trans, what have you. Anywho, I know another story. Speaking of things that get on your nerves, I know another story that's going to get on your nerves because you've talked about this guy at length before, Woody Allen, and
Oh,
news just came out that Scarlett Johansson, the actress who I am on record saying I cannot stand, and now this supports my argument, has said that she believes he is innocent for all the things that he has done in the past regarding minors. So I'm gonna let you take the floor, Random.
So basically, I have a problem with that because I find it funny that she says that about Woody Allen, but let it be someone else like a Bill Cosby or Michael Jackson. I'm pretty sure she'll be quick to be like, no, they're guilty, and I just feel like she's a hypocrite.
She is, but there's also a catch to this too because Woody Allen has directed Scarlett Johansson in Match Point from 2005, Scoop from 2006, and Vicky Cristina Barcelona in 2008. So he's directed several movies that she's been in.
Yeah, and also, how can it be false when he married his damn his adopted daughter? That alone is creepy.
True.
That is so creepy on so many levels. Because for you to marry her, that means you and her have been doing a lot of stuff behind. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to get into detail, but come on, let's be real. You don't marry somebody unless you're physically attracted to them, per se, physically, mentally, spiritually. And how can you be spiritually, mentally, and physically attracted to your adopted daughter? Like, that is just disgusting. Like, is that why you adopted her? You know, it's just like, it's creepy. It opens a door for a lot of things, you know?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I mean, that alone shows poor judgment on his part.
It does. Yeah, it does show poor judgment on his part. And it's just odd, man. It's like you've seen this person grow up, you've taken care of them since they've been a child. Like when did do you know what age he adopted this woman at?
She was young, dude. She was young. I don't know. And I can't look at it on my phone. I'm actually using my phone. But nah, she was young, dude. They adopted her young. I don't know if you could find it on your side, but they adopted her pretty young, and that's disgusting. That's disgusting because once she became your adopted daughter, you treat her like your daughter. Like, that's you seriously, sad but true. You gotta treat her like it's your blood. So now I'm looking at you with the side eye, like, dude, that's nasty. Like, because my thing goes back to, is that why you adopted her? Because you had a fetish?
Mm-hmm.
It opens a lot of it opens up the Pandora box, per se, because when you think about it, he didn't even date. He married his adopted daughter.
Yeah,
And
that
at a
just
young age too. I'm pretty sure they got married, or he started messing with her at a young age. I'm pretty sure. And I guess you could say, hey, listen, we haven't heard anything else besides what he did, but shoot, sometimes that's enough.
No, there's a story that he messed around with another underage girl.
While he was married to his now current wife?
No, I don't know what the timeline is, but I know the story is he messed around with another underage girl.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, shoot, he messed around with her, his now wife.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys, man, they're already on that slippery slope when they be dating anything anything younger than 5 years, and 5 to 10 years. I say 5 years. Come on, guy.
Yeah, this woman, Dylan Farrow. Do you know of a woman named Dylan Farrow?
She sounds familiar.
She says, I was sexually assaulted as a 7-year-old. I would say I would have said he touched my private part. She said, that's what Farrow said when she was 7.
Whoa, come on, man. That's nasty.
Yeah.
That is nasty, dude. That's nasty.
Yeah, and for Scarlett Johansson to be at the Women's March in 2018, and then you're not believing the word of women, but you're going to a march which says believe women. Come on, man. Like,
Come on, we all know what this is about. It's all about she's a hypocrite, and she'll never bite the hand that feed her, per se.
Oh shoot, Dylan was adopted by Woody Allen. Dylan Farrell was adopted by Woody Allen also.
Who is she? I never heard of her.
She's just one of she's an actress, it says, but I don't see any movies she's been in. But she says that he touched her too.
Whoa. He touched it too, but he married the other one. They probably were the same age then.
I wouldn't be surprised. Now, Soo-Yi Previn, who is Woody Allen's wife, was adopted. Married him in 1997, and she was born in 1970. So that means she was married to him at 27 then?
But when did he adopt her, though? That's the thing. They had to adopt her young, like she was probably like young. That's the thing.
Between 5 and 7. Wait.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, between 5 and 7. No one can give a precise age, but it's between 5 and 7. That's what Wikipedia says. I know Wikipedia is not always the most factual source, but that's what it's saying right now.
Between 5 and 7. See, that's creepy, man.
Yeah, the thing is,
he married her 20 years later.
And the thing is, for her, of course, his current wife is going to defend him because she probably has Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, no.
Meaning that she was traumatized from the event. And you grow to love your captor. That's why a lot of black slaves ended up sleeping with their slave masters or going with whites, because they felt like they were superior, or they're so used to being just downtrodden and treated wrongly by these whites that they ended up marrying them, and they looked at them as their saviors. So that could be what Woody Allen's current wife is doing now.
Wow. Could be. She probably don't see nothing wrong with it.
No, not at all. But all this goes to show that Scarlett Johansson is a horrible person. And I will go to the grave saying this. She doesn't prove me wrong every time, dude. Every time. First, she's saying she could act however she wants to act. She could play whoever she wants to play, taking away roles from people who are in marginalized communities, right? And then she walks back that statement. Now she's saying Woody Allen's innocent. This girl is trending at #1 on Twitter today over that. This is Wednesday, September 4th. And
she have a movie coming out?
Yeah, Black Widow from Marvel.
When?
That comes out next year.
Oh, okay. They may shelve it now, her dumbass comments.
Yeah, you think so?
She gonna have to back. See, sometimes people just gotta shut up.
Yes.
Sometimes people just gotta keep their opinions to themselves, especially when they have a huge platform like that.
Yeah.
If they know their opinion is gonna be controversial. Yeah, exactly.
And now for a quick commercial break.
To help better educate the public about media matters, Chemistry Productions co-founder Jay Stokes began writing for our personal web blog called Tit for Tat. You can find his writing at chemblog.wordpress.com. That's K3mblog.wordpress.com. Here, articles are posted every Thursday. Jay Stokes also writes media-related articles for Medium.com, which is a platform that helps pay our bills. Make sure to support by visiting Medium.com and search for J.Stokes.
So, speaking of sexual assault and rape and pedophilia, just along the lines of that, Brock Turner's in the news again. If you remember, Brock Turner is the rapist from Stanford University who was on the swimming team, and he raped the unconscious woman.
Whoa. You mean the one who got her off?
Yeah, he's in the news again.
For what?
So what happened was the woman he raped, she's coming out with a book called Know My Name, Chanel Miller, because everybody knows her as Emily Doe because they didn't want to release her name, but now she's releasing her name and she's coming out with a book.
Wow. Now, once again, this guy was caught by a civilian trying to have sex with a drunk girl behind the dumpster.
That was passed out. He
went to court. Now this is the one when the judge said he has a future. So we're going to have to.
Yep.
So we're going to have to actually give him another chance.
That's it.
Oh, gosh. Oh man, it's just sad. Sad.
But I'm happy she's capitalizing off of it because if she can make some money off of it and kind of just help her life out, because all she has is trauma from the event. So
Was
if
she
she
black?
can, no, she looks Asian, but I'm pretty sure she's white. Her like I said, her name is Chanel Miller. I think she's white. She's one of those. You might be a what they call a hapa. I hope that's not an offensive term. A hapa, which is half white, half Asian.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, it's.
I mean,
Well,
cool
I'm
as
looking at.
far as
I'm looking at
cool
Urban
as
Dictionary.
far as good for the terminology. And if it is offensive, we apologize. We won't use it again. And we'll find out by the next show if what we said about her was offensive. But no, that's sad. But I'm not surprised. I'm just glad that he didn't get in trouble again. Okay,
Oh, she
I'm
looked
glad.
too.
Yeah, yep, mixed.
Yeah, she looks like she's mixed.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So I'm just glad. I thought when you say it was the news again, he actually did it again. I would have said, "Oh gosh, dude."
That dude, shoot. Death to all rapists, man. That's how I feel.
All rapists, yeah. Castrate them all, man. Cut them up.
Exactly. Like at least that should be the punishment. If it's like it without a question, without any doubt that you did it. Because,
God forbid they find out later on she lied. Now
yeah,
you
right.
Like, yo, that's not funny, but damn.
Yeah, right. But the thing is with rape, the thing is for the rapist, they can get over it. But those who are raped, it feels like something was stolen from them, something was taken from them. So they have to
Exactly.
live with that for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. Which is
That's
sad because, like you said again, life goes on around the person who actually got assaulted. But for them,
right.
life doesn't go on. It's a lot of, they could be traumatized to the point that, loud noise or just aggression or anything could just set that person off. And, next thing you know, they're reliving the experience.
Right. Like remember Larry Nasser who sexually assaulted all those girls on the U.S. gymnastics team?
Exactly. Yes,
remember how that dad charged at him? He's like, "Yo, my girl is never gonna look at men the same way again." Like, he might be thinking like, "I want grandkids. I want my girl to be happy and everything like that." And Larry Nasser just took that away from her.
Yeah, nasty bastard. No, he did. He definitely did.
Yeah. But
and I remember that scene too. Yeah, that scene when the father tried to really attack him. Like, come on, man.
They should have let him get one hit in. At least one
hit. One stinking hit. That's all.
I know you would have made it there. You would have made it there. You would have made it there.
Man, listen, man. I would wait until at least walk by. I would definitely stood right next to him or something. Yeah, he would have got it.
Yeah. And the thing is, the judge is like, yeah, we'll pardon you. We won't give you a charge. It's like, come on, man. That shouldn't even be a thought that goes through your mind. That should be automatic. We're not going to give you a charge. We understand.
Exactly. Automatic. That should be like, oh man, I'm gonna act like I didn't see that.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But that's all the stories I have for today. There's
our show is
more.
Our show is actually short. Damn. What's that? 2 minutes? 2 minute show?
Yeah, man. I didn't really have many stories for today. I have more, but I wanted to stay with more of the hot topics. Just because that's it. Just the hot topics.
Quick, so let's talk about sports real quick. I'm not sure.
Hey, I like how you shoehorn that in. Go ahead.
Let's talk about sports. So I was watching ESPN today, and Ezekiel Elliott has signed his new deal with Dallas, and is worth $90 million with $50 million guaranteed. So let's be honest, the deal is basically it's for 6 years on top of the 2 he already has. So it's gonna be an 8-year deal, but running backs don't last that long. So out of that 90, he may only see 60. That's $50 million guaranteed, and then then they structure it a certain way that he'll get the bulk of the rest of that money if he rushes for a certain amount of yards, catches a certain amount of yards, if they make it to the next level of the playoffs type thing. That's why everyone's happy that he gets 50 up front, because the other 40 is not going to come as easy as that 50 in your pocket.
Oh, now I heard a rumor that this is the highest that a black athlete has gotten paid in the NFL. Is that the
Not
truth
true.
or no? Okay,
Not
okay.
true. Russell Wilson got $100 million, between 99 to 100 million last year.
Oh, okay, okay. I
Yeah,
know Sierra happy.
guaranteed. Yeah, Russell had more. I know Cam Newton's about to get more. And yeah, you're right. I know she had to be happy, but my only thing with Zeke and this whole thing, because I'm not a Giants fan, I wish him the best, but I was listening to Stephen A. And Stephen A. was saying it the best way. He was like, the reason why he believes Jerry Jones probably stalled on giving Zeke this new deal was because Ezekiel Elliott, for some reason, can't stay out of the news.
Boy, he's always getting in trouble.
Yeah, like a few months ago, he got in trouble for beating up a bouncer in Las Vegas.
But everybody knows football players can't fight, so I don't know why. Everybody knows football players can't fight.
Exactly. So I think a few months ago he got into a scuffle with a.
How'd a bouncer let him beat him up? How'd a bouncer let him beat him up?
It was oh man, I forgot who it was. It was like a security guard. That's what it was, security guard.
How'd a security guard let him beat him up?
Because it's like the same height. So.
Oh my god.
So that happened, and then I think a year or two ago, he got in trouble with a ex-girlfriend that he was with. As far as the cops kept on coming to the house like continuously in that year for arguing and fighting, and so it's just like this basically. I can understand why Dallas did what they did as far as stalled and took a while to give him that money. And no disrespect to Zeke, but I hope Dallas actually wrote somewhere in the contract that if you F up anywhere, we get to take some of our money back, because Zeke has to understand he is a lucky man as far as there's a lot of people that live in this world, and I think it's only like not 200, probably like three between 300 to 500 football players. So you do the math, you have to be excellent in order to get in the NFL, same with the NBA. And it just bothers me when certain people make it to that next level. They don't know how to act, or they act like you earned it, but you worked so hard to throw it away. That don't make any sense. Like, you gotta love.
A lot of times, the people that make it aren't necessarily the best. They just know how to play the game.
That's so true. And guess what? Money now just made them worse.
Very true. Very true.
So that's what happened. So, big up to Zeke. I just hope he doesn't mess his money up.
I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see though, but yeah, it's not looking too good. I do like Deshaun Watson. I don't know if you heard of him. He was a rookie last year. Was he a rookie last year? Let me think. No. This is his third season. His first season, he gave his check away. His first check he gave away to a lunch lady at a high school. So Deshaun Watson, he's the starting quarterback for the Texans. And this guy is a model citizen, man. He's real good, man. He's a humble dude. So I'm looking forward to see him play. But besides that, Russell Wilson, like I said, he got his money. There's another quarterback, Jared Goff. He just signed a $134 million contract today, 4-year extension with $110 million guaranteed. These guys, man. These guys and their agents, Jay Stokes, they're doing an excellent job. Just imagine, Jay Stokes, you sign $134 million, right? And in the first year, you get $110. So
pay off these loans.
So you think about it. So you know what I'm saying. So the rest of that money you're gonna get within that. So the first year you get $110. The rest is divided by the 24. So,
Ain't fair, man. It ain't fair.
but you know what I'm saying. But it's crazy how all this money is just being spread. But you know who pays the best? Baseball.
And I don't understand why. That's not even the most popular sport in the country anymore.
I don't get it either. Like baseball, man, they be signing like $300, $400 million deals.
Doesn't make any sense. Yo, speaking of the NFL, since you're on the subject, I wanted to get your thoughts on this. So Roc Nation, remember that deal they worked out with the NFL? So both Roc Nation and NFL are donating $400,000 to youth empowerment organizations in Chicago. So I want to know what's your thoughts on that, and do you think it's worth all the drama that Jay-Z went through with his deal, Roc Nation's deal with the NFL?
So $400,000.
The youth empowerment organizations in Chicago.
That could be a lot, right?
But to youth empower, that is such a vague thing. That is so vague. You know what I mean? Like, first off, does that help with social justice? Is that like directly tied to social justice?
Nope.
Like, I thought they were supposed to be helping with social justice. So
youth empowerment, man. You could so basically a youth organization that plant trees in the projects could get money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like you said again, it's so vague that as long as you're doing something with the youth, you get some money. And 400,000 go by quick, man.
Right. They could even give $1 million.
I know they wasted our time and did all this, and they can't even get $1 million. Shame on them.
I'm like, that's not doing anything, in my opinion, my humble opinion. That's not doing anything. I mean, it's doing something, but it's not sticking to your word where you said, "Oh, this is supposed to be for social justice, and it's supposed to be continuing with what Colin Kaepernick said." I'm like, it seems like you're trying to put a Band-Aid on a huge gash.
400,000 already a smack in the face because you're talking about two rich people, the NFL and Jay-Z. Only I come up with 400,000 in Chicago. Come on, man. Chicago is going to need more money than that. And what's all said and done, when we try to actually be more productive and be more strategic with our dollars and put it towards organizations like, Black Lives Matter. And what I mean by that is we need to get down to the root of what is going on, in Chicago. Is it really the gangs killing each other, or is it all a ploy? Is it all a setup by the man? And we already know what the man is to start chaos.
Right.
Look at it like this. Remember a few months ago, the police station in Chicago had to apologize for setting up a sting in the projects by dropping off a truck full with Nikes.
Oh, word. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah. I thought you were saying that.
Yeah, remember that? So if they're doing stuff like that, because it was like a sting. Basically, you drop them off, you leave the truck halfway full, kids who can't afford it see the sneakers, and the minute they go grab all the sneakers, the cops now come and arrest them. It's like, what? Y'all, what? See, I can't fit a quota, so y'all going to set us up? Mm-hmm. So I always feel like if you do something like that, what else are you doing?
One thing I will say
that you're not driving by and shooting up in the air and got the gang members saying, oh, that's them, and then
Yep. I will say this. How are all these kids getting these guns? Black people don't make guns.
No, we don't make guns.
So how are they getting it?
We're getting them by the boatload too.
Yeah.
Well, we know how they're getting them the same way we got cocaine back in the 70s.
Yeah, true. True.
And the sad part is these kids, they really believe that's what they need to survive. And that's not really the case. You don't really need that.
And the thing is, you can speak more to this more so than I can, because though I lived around more dangerous turf, you actually lived in the hood. So
Yeah.
you could speak more to it than I can in terms of what kids can do.
Yeah. No, it's true. And it's sad because when I grew up in the hood, man, the things that we seen as kids, it's, that's why I think I gravitated so much to Boys in the Hood, growing up as a kid, because I feel like sometimes I was tricked. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Right.
I was that kid who only, I don't want to say the only, but a lot of my friends didn't have their dad around, but I had my dad around. So, and I went to go see my dad on the weekends. And when I went to my dad's house, I remember waking up and hearing birds chirping in the morning, and then I go back home on Monday and for anything, I hear the pigeons making their noises. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't wait for the weekend to go back to my dad's house. It was just like a different world, man. So
Right.
Yeah, it's a sad situation, back then, sad situation now, as far as a lot of kids haven't even left their block, and that's sad too. We think about it. I don't understand how that $400,000 is going to do anything. I wish they would have put more, but hey, who am I? Maybe that 400,000 could stretch, and maybe you know what? That's probably not the end. So since it's not the end, we can't really tell them to go broke on one organization. Let's see where the money goes. Let's follow the money.
Okay. I agree exactly what you're saying. I'm just jumping to it because I'm like, for Jay to have such strong opinions on his records and to be doing this stuff, he seems hypocritical. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that? I'm sorry, break it down. What do you mean with this? The stuff he says on his albums and then...
So, for example, he video resurfaced of, I guess, a town hall or a meeting he had back in January where he was talking with NFL, I guess, execs or people who were involved with the NFL and Van Jones. And they were talking to an audience full of people. And Jay-Z pretty much said that a lot of the reason why these black kids are getting killed by cops is because they have a problem with authority. So when the cops tell them to do something, the kids are like, what? What are you telling me to do? And then that leads to a disconnect in how cops and the black kids are communicating with one another. And through that, that's how you have all this violence. And I'm like, Jay, really? Back on the Black album on 99 Problems, you said, officer, why are you pulling me over? Because I'm young and my black and my hat's down low. You know what I mean? So it's like, on the song, it seems that he understands the internalized racism that a lot of these white cops have and these black cops who adopt the ideologies of their peers. But then when you're talking in a conference, then you're saying something different, that black kids have a problem with authority because their dads aren't home and they're raised by single parents. I'm like, that's a slap in the face to all these black people who have been killed by cops. Philando Castile was cooperating with the cop, and he still got killed. So what do you mean? It's single parents.
Eric Gardner was cooperating to a point. Like, yo, just don't choke me. You don't have to choke me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And also, you know what? And sad but true. I mean, I'm sad, but no, I'm sorry, not sad but true. But to kind of swing into the Eric Gardner, I'm not sure if you've been watching the news, but crime has gone down in New York. After that cop got arrested, got fired, and what the news is trying to say is, they're wondering if the cops are actually not doing their job, to get back at the decision. So many ways.
But you said crime has gone down.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Crime has gone down, meaning no one's doing anything. So crime may be at a high, but the cops aren't really doing anything after one of their brothers got fired.
So you mean they're not reporting crime? Because you said crime has gone down. So I'm like,
yeah. So they're not reporting it. They're not reporting anything. They're not reporting a lot of things. I think they're saying crime went down 34%.
You never know. It could be going down too, because crime could be a cop arresting someone for thinking that the person's stealing something. You know what I mean? So crime is a very vague term. It doesn't necessarily have to mean an armed robbery. Crime could mean a lot of things.
It could be. You know, so funny too. I don't know if you watched the news that happened in New York about 3 weeks ago. The owner of the GM of the Yankees got arrested in Greenwich because the car that he was driving was reported stolen. The cops didn't even know it was him. Cops had him get out the car and walk backwards while they had their guns pointed at him. And when they realized who it was, they apologized. And I'm like, why is the news showing us this? Like, what? You trying to say? Because we never said white people don't get arrested. What we're trying to say is that they can run around butt naked with a machete and still somehow somebody tackle him, and arrest him. That's what we're saying.
Right.
I'm trying to say. Listen, we never ever said that white people don't get arrested. Everyone gets arrested. I mean, come on. Well, what we're trying to say is, why is it that when we throw our hands up and we don't resist, we leave in the body bag a lot of the times? You know, like a cop in Bridgeport, he got put on leave for pistol whipping someone. Like, you pistol whipping someone getting out the car. Like, come on, man. It's just disgusting.
Absolute power corrupts.
It's disgusting. But it's disgusting because they don't see the wrong in what they're doing. That's
and
disgusting.
who polices the police? That's what I gotta ask.
No one. Internal affair is really internal, key internal. It's not worried about what's going on outside the police station. It's about what's going on internally.
Exactly.
Listen, man, we could talk for days about this stuff, but I just didn't want to end the show, and I had a lot to say. So,
no, I got you, man. Hey, this is a partnership here, and we give our atypical takes on everything. So,
yes. So on that note, I guess next week Wednesday, same time. Well, yeah, because they don't know.
We post on Fridays. Post on Fridays. We tape on Wednesdays. Hopefully, whenever.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. Wednesday, same time, same channel.
All right, man. All
right, Jay Stokes. Peace.
So go a little sign like this. That's AVIOT.